Hi, I'm Caroline, and I'm the statewide drought lead at the Department of Ecology, and I'm here to answer your questions about drought. Last month, we declared a statewide drought in Washington for the fourth year in a row. And one of the questions we heard the most was, how can there be drought when there is so much rain this year? And how can there be drought when there is flooding this winter? First, when we talk about drought, we're not just talking about dryness, we're talking about water supply. And an important element of water supply is how much water is in rivers and streams, which is largely driven by snowpack in much of the state. In normal years, snowpack gradually melts off our mountains to provide water in our watersheds throughout early spring, summer, and fall. Measuring snowpack in the mountains lets us know how much water we'll have for the rest of the year. But with our warmer winters, these patterns aren't reliable anymore. This past December was the warmest December on record, which led to a lot of rain coming down as rain and not snow in our mountains. This contributed to the historic flooding we saw in our state, and then now all that water is gone. Which leads to another question. What about our reservoirs? While reservoirs are all managed differently, the Yakima Basin is a great example of where even with reservoirs, snowpack is still necessary to water supply. You may have driven across Snoqualmie Pass and seen Ketchulus Reservoir looking full, and which is one of the 5 reservoirs in the Yakima system. Combined, these reservoirs provide about 1 million acre-feet of water. But in the Yakima Basin, 2.5 million acre-feet of water is needed to support irrigation and fish demands. This system is set up for snowpack to make up that gap. Whether or not acre-feet has any meaning in your life, this difference is huge. And this means less water for irrigators, less water for fish, passage, and survival, and potentially impacts later on in the season for residential water users. If you have specific questions, we do advise you to talk to your local water provider. We'll continue to provide updates on drought throughout spring, summer, and maybe early fall. Stay tuned for more updates.